I can only say we had a great life together. Mom and me and all you kids. That was, you had the best mother a person could ever have. And she was so disappointed when you guys, when you went to school in first grade the first time you were in school, and Mom took you, and she's sitting at the desk with you, and you finally said to her, "Can't you see you're supposed to go home now?" And Mom said she left there and cried and cried and cried because you didn't need her anymore. What a sweet mother you had. Yeah. I was the luckiest guy in all the world because she was the most beautiful person you'd ever want to see. And she had a daughter just like her. And this best part of it is you came 10 years after.
All the boys.
The boys came. Yeah.
Tell me about all your Santa Claus experiences.
Well, how I ever became dedicated as Santa Claus was because I got all the clothes and the shoes from Sears and to distribute around, and they started to suit me up in a Santa Claus suit, and we would go around caroling, and then I would go and meet the children of the different families we went to. And one time, Bishop Hatch had me come over to visit the neighbor's kids. And there was no snow, and there was not supposed to be any snow. And the kid said to me, "Well, how are you going to come when there is no snow with your sleigh?" I said, "Oh, there'll be snow tomorrow morning." And when the kids got up that morning, the ground was covered with snow. So they must have thought, how great Santa Claus even knows how to bring the snow.
Magic.
Yeah. And then the one time, I was at the Rugies delivering things, and they had the youngest son, it was a baby more or less, and the mother had him in her arms, and I'm talking to the little boy about Santa Claus, and my pants fell down. And so anyway, I left there, and for some reason or other, I lost my hat there. and Rugy's didn't know who that was, and she says, "I still don't know who that Santa Claus was, but he left his hat, and I know it must belong to the church." And so she brought it that Sunday, and her and Sister Casera was real good friends, and she finally told him how his brother Spence.
That's cute.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun in the church and growing up with the kids. And how the boys used to get me out in the grass and beat me up. Yeah.
They wrestle, huh?
Yeah, they got a big kick out of their dad. Yeah. And I just had a tremendous family. Just so lucky.
And you played Santa Claus out at the Living Desert too.
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. And I can remember when I was Santa Claus down there, and the one kid got on my lap, and he says, "Tell me something. If I pull your whiskers, are they going to come off?" I says, "Well, I'll tell you. You take a chance. If you pull my whiskers and they don't come off, you're not going to get no presents. Now, would you like to take a try?" "Oh, no," he says. "I won't. I'd rather have the presents." And so I asked him about his schoolwork. I said, "And that depends on how much presents you get. If your schoolwork is bad, I'll know about it. You're not going to get very many presents. If it's good, then you'll get some presents." So I talked to all the little kids that came, and I talked to each one of them about their schoolwork and how much they helped their mother and dad. And like the old guy that was there that would bring each one of the kids up to me, said, "You know, you're the best Santa Claus we ever had." Yeah. And I enjoyed myself for those few years that you was down there.